Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fauzan and my partner is
And my name is Farah Fareza.
we are from Group 1. We will present our essays about pattern security. Okay, what is pattern security? Security patterns can be applied to achieve goals in the area of security. All of the classically designed patterns have different extensions to fulfill some information security goals, such as confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Security patterns aim to be best practice for avoiding security-related design flaws in software. There is a potential demand for model-driven software tools processing security patterns automatically to support designers, developers, and auditors. Automatically generating or detecting security patterns instead in source code requires a formal specification of instruction how to implement secure software, instead of a description form that is designed for human. Next, types of pattern security. Android's patterns lock, which lets you unlock your phone by sweeping a specific pattern across the screen, may seem more secure than a password, but that's not always the case. While Android's patterns lock has a staggering 318,900 9,112 possible patterns compared to 10,000 possible four-digit PIN codes. Our tendency to go with simple, easy to remember patterns can make them easy to guess. The average number of not used in a pattern is 5, meaning most pattern lock users are only picking their pattern from 7,152 possible combinations. Dropping down to 4 nodes brings the number of options down to 1,624, which makes the simple PIN code look positively high-tech. Next, pattern security system. With increasing demand and speed of deployment within information technology industry, the need for smarter ways to develop security architecture and design is also increasing. Where 10 years ago, deployment cycles were planned around quarterly or monthly release, the industry continues to push for faster cycles. In turn, any time and effort being placed into writing security architecture and design must support the creation of artifacts that are reusable, adaptable, and promote information sharing among fellow peers in order to keep pace. Okay, next.
Pattern security has some advantages and disadvantages, and by advantages they are such as thousands of possibilities. One of the advantages of pattern security is that it has thousands of possibilities. The lock has 9 dots to start with, and after the first dot, there are 8 other possible ways to go. It is also very hard to guess how many dots the pattern will occupy, and what it means by this is that the user who create the pattern can decide whether they want to fill up the entire 9 dots or just 7 or 8 or their decision, basically. And by that is already very difficult to guess. And with this, some some calculations stated that there are over 60,000 possible patterns to guess. This makes it very, very difficult to guess. And then the next advantages is very quick and simple. Now this is an advantage whether you are alone or there are people around. This is allows you to access the phone and go through the pattern lock very, very quickly. This is accessible by the user to open it in very short amount of time. And also, the next advantage is invisible pattern lock. Some pattern lock can be set to invisible, means that the line that goes from one dot to another will not be visible to anyone, so it will not leave a trail while unlocking. This is a, a great technique to keep your phone secured because you can draw your pattern without anyone seeing how the pattern look like, and but you know what the pattern looks like. This makes it really, really hard for people to see, and it is a lot safer to access anywhere. Next, There are some disadvantages to pattern security, and one of them being it is pretty easy to guess. Some basic patterns are very easy to guess by anyone because it is easier for user. Even though it is easier for user, it does have less chance of making false pattern, which means people can guess it and there are more chance of them unlocking it easily. And the next disadvantages is this is based on just patterns, and what it means is uh, that this pattern lock only relies on just lines. There are no other possibilities like numbers or alphabets, and so it just has more less possibilities. And the next disadvantages we have here, this is marks. After swiping on your phone screen on how your pattern would look like, there are chances that it will leave some mark. And by with this, it is somewhat of a it is a disadvantage that some people might be able to guess by what by the mark that we leave after we uh, draw our pattern. Next, now this is what it looks like. This is what pattern lock looks like. As you can see, this in the left picture did there's it does not fill up the entire, it did not use all 9 dots, and the next one does use it, and this really increased the amount of possibilities of making pattern lock, makes it a lot harder to guess. And next one, and this is just some examples that the more dots mean more possibilities, mean more security. It has less chance of just uh, guessing it correctly because this has more possibilities. The pattern lock can be, if the pattern lock can be bigger. Next. Okay, so thank you for your attention. We apologize if there are mistakes in our video and our presentation, but hopefully we can, hopefully we presentate good enough, and apologize if there are mistakes in our video. So that's all from us today, and my name is Farel Fariza. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.